Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to go over what you should add to your baby registry. I know a lot of parents do forget certain items that should be added that you may not even know about or think of. But as a second-time mom, I think I kind of know a little bit more on what I found useful and not so useful. I don't like making intros too long, so let's get into it. So the first thing that you should know, or at least have an idea of, is where you want to have your registry. There are a bunch of places. Where I did my first one was Bye Baby. They're going out of business currently, so that's no longer an option. I know Walmart does registries. I've never done it through them, but they do it. Target. I personally find Amazon to be a great option. I'm actually doing my second registry through them, just because going through everything that I need or I'm looking for, everything listed I could find on Amazon. Other stores like Target or Walmart, they don't always have everything you need. You are welcome to having as many registries as you'd like, but then it could kind of be hard and confusing going back and forth between each one. The first thing on the list is something that is an essential. You need it, which would be a crib, but I feel like that's a given. You could choose wherever you want the crib from. There's so many places. The first crib we got was from Bye Baby, and then the second one we're gonna get from Wayfair. So there's options. So along with that, if you plan on having your baby in the same room as you, it would be best to either have a bassinet, or what we did the first time was we had a pack and play and they had there's the section for the bassinet. So we just put the whole thing in our room because we were gifted it, and we were like, well, why buy a bassinet separately if this comes with it? It got the job done. It was what we needed it for, and we used that. But now we're gonna have a bassinet. So with those, there are so many to choose from. So it's all personal preference. I did see the ones that I thought were pretty cool. They were open. You could have it literally right next to the bed. Secondly, you're going to need a stroller. I personally don't find a reason into going crazy when picking out a stroller. We have a Graco one, and honestly, I am a-okay with it. It came in a combination of the stroller and the car seat. So it was like a 2-in-1, and love it. We're using it again. Also, you have to remember that you're probably going to be using the stroller for about 2 years. That's how long we used it for. This one is for the mothers who don't plan on breastfeeding. You're going to need bottles, and a good bottle. My favorite personally is the Tommy Tippy. Bottles like, say, Dr. Brown, they have the tubes in them, and honestly, you're not gonna want to be cleaning that. If you don't need that bottle, don't get it and think that it's the best thing ever, because it's not. It's just more cleaning that you're gonna have to do. And along with that, you're going to need a breast pump. When I had my first, I decided to just rent the one from the hospital. It was great and all, it got the job done, but now that I'll be a mom of 2, I decided that I really want the hands-free breast pump. I'm excited to use it. I actually just recently got it in the mail it was a gift. The first time around, I was just sitting there for probably an hour. The only way I'm gonna do that again is if it is the nightly pump. Also, if you guys would like, I could do a video on essentials for toddlers. My daughter is now 4. There are a bunch of things that I have favorites of that I've used for her within the past few years. So this is for whether you're bottle feeding or breastfeeding. Whatever feeding you're doing, you're going to want a boppy. Instead of holding the baby like this, you could just lay the baby right on your lap with the boppy. I love that thing. And also, it's great for when the baby starts sitting up. No matter what you're going to use that thing for the first year, you're gonna like it. So here are a few things when it comes to nighttime. A sound machine is a must, at least I think so. And my favorite one was the Hatch. But now I'm gonna get a portable one. We still have the Hatch, but Olivia likes to use it as a nightlight, so I have not fully decided on what we're gonna do. Also, what you're gonna need during sleep time is some sort of swaddle. I find a lot easier is those zipper sleep sacks. You are going to love them, because who's going to want to sit there in the dark 3 in the morning trying to swaddle your baby. It is very easy to swaddle. I think so, at least. Zippers are just a lot easier. Even when it comes to clothing, pajamas, zippers all the way. Also, my favorite sleep sack is the Halo one. Unfortunately, I don't know why they have to be $30, but if somebody's buying it for you and you have it on your registry, then who cares? So add it anyway. There's also other brands, I just don't know how they are. The only reason I use the muslin blankets was car rides, or it's just use it as a light blanket. You don't need a bunch of them. I would just get a pack of 4 like this, and that's all you need. So these are for activity purposes. We'll be using this time, and we didn't have, was an activity table. Everybody is loving this one. You don't have to go nuts. They're only using it for probably a few months. Once they're walking, babies are not going to want to be in that anymore. They're going to be roaming around. And then also you're going to want one of these bad boys, a little bouncer. You're doing stuff around the house and you want a place for the baby to hang, that'll be your best bet, and they'll be entertained. And also what you could add to your registry are like cute toys like these. What I found online recently, I haven't used it, but I'm really excited. I'm hoping that somebody gets it for us. If not, I need to order it. And it's one of these. It's a bassinet, but I think it would be perfect for on the go, and because they're just going to be laying there anyway, sleeping. It's to keep them out of the sun, even if you're hanging out in the backyard or wherever. That's probably what we're gonna use it for a lot. And I'll add one of the fans in it. I'm excited to try this out. Some things that you're gonna need for the room, which includes a changing pad, unless you decide that you want to get a whole changing station. I personally don't find it necessary, but people do have them, so that's all up to your own preference. What I did and found to be the most useful was I had the dresser cleared off and I would just put the changing pad right on top of it. I've seen other people do it before, so it's not necessary to get a changing station. What I did was put all of the changing stuff, like the diapers, I put birth cloths in there, I put the swaddle blankets, I put wipes, of course. But I put all of that in a utility cart. You could get that from Amazon, Target. I found that to be the best option, and it's what worked well for us. What we also had in the room was a diaper garbage. We had the diaper genie, but now I added this one to my registry, so I kind of want to switch it up. And what I have learned is that don't buy the refills. The refills may sound great. Once the refill is empty and you have that plastic thing, just stuff a garbage bag in there. You're welcome. But a key thing, since the garbage is plastic, no matter what garbage you get for the room, it's going to smell. Something that I also added to my registry that I didn't have last time is a humidifier, and I'm excited to use it just to clear the air and have our babies breathe better. Speaking of breathing better, what we did end up purchasing was the Frida nose suction. Instead of using those things that look like that, get yourself one of these instead. And don't worry, there's a filter. The boogers are not getting sucked into your mouth. So for when it comes to bath time, I would recommend getting a tub like this. And then of course, when the baby grows out of it, you're gonna have to get something bigger. But in the meantime, people are really favoriting this one. You don't have to go crazy with a tub, because eventually one day you're not even gonna need them anymore. The one I used, I believe I ordered it from either Amazon or Target. I've been seeing so many videos where a lot of them grow molds. I wish I took that piece off. I was pretty good with cleaning stuff, but now I have that fear in the back of my head. So during feeding time, you're going to need burp cloths. You don't need a bunch of them. I remember I got so many from my baby shower. You don't need that much. I would say a pack and you're good, because they're washable. My favorite ones are the Burt's Bees right over here. Of course, you could use any. Lastly, I want to go over something that you're going to be needing for the car. What we had the first time was a mirror, like one of these. What I didn't know then was the cameras. Everybody is using these now, so we are going to get one. It looks super easy to hook up. but you could just watch your baby without having to look in the rear view mirror. That's what I like about it, but everybody's using them now. Crazy enough, I feel like I personally have even learned so much more. There's a bunch of new products that I didn't even hear of. I'm excited because I want to use it this time. It's just crazy to think that it's only been 4 years. You don't think that's a lot of time, but it is. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If I have anything else in mind, I'm going to just add it to the description. So don't forget to check that out. I'm going to list, of course, everything that I mentioned today. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.